All right, this is my buddy Rom. I met him at the Chamber of Commerce, and he actually does a few things. Rom, why don't you give your name and kind of like what you do, what your
sure. Rom Goozman. I work with Value Merchant Services, regional account manager for providing services to business owners for credit card processing, payroll services, and ATM machines. I also moonlight as a project manager for a roofing company, but busy, and I'm just thankful that Roger was kind enough to let me enjoy a ride in this unique car that I can tell my wife about that I drove in. So,
what did your wife say?
My wife, when she first saw this about a week or so ago on a new car carrier, carrying about 5 of these cars in the truck, she goes, "What is that?" And I said, "Oh, that's the car that my friend Roger has." And she goes, "But why would anybody buy this car?" And I said, "Honey, it's brilliant marketing, and I'm just thrilled to be here taking the ride."
And what she said, was that you or her that said that, or?
Yeah, well, she used a couple of other names for the car, which I don't, there's beauty, there's uniqueness in the car, because at a glance, it looks very different, and she used the word ugly, and I'm like, "Honey, but it's electric, so it's good for the environment, and give it a shot."
Yeah.
And when I made mention to her that I know someone who has a car like that, she goes, "Why would they buy it?" And I said, "You know what? I don't know, but I'm going to try to find out." So I'm happy to be in the car today to find out how this car rides. And to my surprise, it rides wonderfully.
And David from Roof Crafters, his wife didn't like it either, and she said it looks like a DeLorean that took too much Viagra.
Yeah.
So that's the funniest comment I've ever heard.
That's
so
the
far.
best line. You're right. That is a line that you can use. Hey, I'm driving a vehicle that looks like a DeLorean.
It took too much Viagra.
Right, they took too much Viagra. Which, if you know what a DeLorean is, and what most people do, it's a unique vehicle, unlike any other. But
and everybody knows what Viagra is.
Right. So you know DeLorean, you know Viagra. This is the vehicle. So you're right. I mean, what Dave Toth said is absolutely the way to go.
It's hilarious.
It is. It is. You talk to enough people, it's wonderful, because I don't know if it just came off the cuff with him or somebody may have told him, but it is on point. It's exactly where you are. So I agree with you. I think it's amazing.
So I've had this truck. I ordered it November 19th, 2019. So I waited almost 5 years, 4.5 years.
Really?
For the truck. Yeah, because when I first ordered it, I was kind of like the same way. I was like, I wanted electric vehicle, electric truck. I've been driving like Nissan Leafs. My mom has a Tesla Model Y, and I love it. And when they announced the truck, I'm like, dude, this is going to be the best truck in the world. And so I waited for the unveil, and when they pulled it on the stage, I thought it was a joke.
Right.
I was like, where's the real truck? I'm like, because Elon, like, he likes to play.
Yep.
And so they never brought another truck, and then I was like, man, I don't know if I can wrap my head around this thing. And then when they went through, like, it's bulletproof up to small arms fire.
Wow.
It has ballistic glass, which is really, really hard to break. All-wheel drive, all-wheel steering, 600 horsepower. It can outpull a diesel truck and then outperform a sports car. I'm like, what else do you want?
It's all in one.
Because I can't afford to buy a sports car, a truck, and this and this.
Right.
And then it has boat mode, so you can hit a button, it'll jack it up and pressurize the battery pack so you can go through really deep water. And I actually almost stalled my F-250 out, because the last time we had a storm, the water was so deep, I actually was pushing on the accelerator and I was going through really deep water. I almost lost my truck. And that was the beginning of the storm, and I made like really good money that day if I wasn't able to get through it. And I was thinking, you know what, I would love to have this truck back then, because I wouldn't have had any problem going through that deep water.
Right. So you can use it for that.
Yeah.
But most people, that's funny you should say that, because obviously you did your research, you've been waiting, you knew the components and everything on it. Most people will be like, why? Yet it's very practical in a lot of senses. I mean, good, power, all the stuff, and all in one. I think what a lot of people just need to wrap their arms around, and this, is the unique look, to say the least. because it's unlike any other vehicle. The look of it, and they made it for that purpose. There's only there's certain people that who have the money won't do this. But the fact of the matter is, it's an eye catch, especially if you own your own business. I mean, what you're doing is wonderful.
You can't buy this advertising,
right?
Like there's no other thing that you could put your sign or magnet on or phone number,
right?
That you either love it or hate it,
right?
If there's two extremes, and both people are going to talk about it,
right?
So, like I was telling you yesterday, I was at the DMV. And I needed to get a screwdriver. I didn't have a screwdriver with me. I didn't think I had one, so I went to like a Dollar Tree to get a cheap screwdriver to take my old plates off and put my new ones on. And as I was walking in the store, the woman didn't realize it was my truck because my truck was parked way far away. And she's like, "That is the ugliest POS truck I've ever seen in my life. I don't know why anybody, especially with money, would buy something like that and waste their money," basically. And kept going on and on and on. And she actually approached me and I was agreeing with her. I'm like, "Yeah, you're totally right. You're totally right. I agree with you. I know, right?" Like, and just feeding into it. And so I thought I was done. So I walked away, and my daughter's like 10 years old. She looked at that lady and she said, "Yeah, that's my dad's truck." And so I was like, I wasn't expecting that. And then, of course, the reaction, the lady's, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Oh my
She's
God,
like, "I'm sorry." But it was. I wish I would have got that on video.
I know, that would have been
because it was hilarious.
Classic. But you know what, Roger, you're going to come across that. You got plenty of opportunity, and I would encourage you because you're always good. You're always taking pictures at our meetings and stuff like that. I would encourage you when that happens again, and invariably it will. Maybe not the same way,
right?
But you're going to get that, and you're online and you're agreeing, and you're a good guy. You're quiet. You're not one of these loud mouths. You would just agree with it, just to mess with that. And if she sees you walk in the truck, she wouldn't think, "Oh my God, I was the guy I was talking to." But if you can get somehow vintage footage on something like that, legit, dude, that'll go viral. That'll go viral. Literally, people will be like, "Oh my God, that's the guy," and people will be like, "Oh my God, I didn't mean it, but it's the truth." And it's going to happen. I mean, it's exactly a conversation starter. And then for your business, it's like anything. Did you go, by the way, to the McGee's with this truck over here? Remember Patty McGee, the one we did, the tree that you did? I don't know if you did or not. But anyway, I'm going to her house today. I got to pick up a document.
Ask her. It's like,
I know you go so many places. Well, they love you, Roger. By the way, they were quoted $12,000, and you came in there a third. A third of it. I'm like, are you that the Paul, the adjuster was like, these people that they went in there, and I don't know how true it is, but I'm saying, how can that be such a variance? I mean, obviously you did it, you knew the numbers, you made your money, you know what you got to do. But I'm thinking these guys were trying to hit a home run on this lady. Yeah,
we're just like, I don't have the overhead that everyone else does.
Right.
And I have a really good team, and we can get things done a lot faster, more efficiently than a lot of other companies.
And more cost effective.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, I'm like, are you kidding me? This is what they told her. And obviously she didn't do that. That's when you came in and then you told me that for. I'm like, okay, to me that sounded about right. I don't know. But when someone is there and they're like quoting 3 times what you are, there's something obviously not right with that company because, and I get it. Sometimes you're able to, you know where you can make a little bit, but as a true person who is looking to grow their business the right way, you want to make money. It's a for-profit business, but man, to take advantage of somebody like that, and they look at senior citizens, that you've been there, they take advantage of that, and the fact that you didn't do that, you did the right thing. It was a unique position of the tree. And you did it great, and they loved it at such a cost savings. I don't think I got to confirm with her. I want to have a conversation. Did you really get quoted that much?
Because she said yes right away as soon as I said them. Yes. I was like, because a lot of times people try to negotiate or say, "Hey, can I give a cash discount?"
Right.
It was just like, where do I sign?
Right.
So I know.
That was incredible. And I don't know your business. I mean, it's what you do. You look at the job, you scope it out. You know the equipment, the cost, all the stuff behind it, so you know where you're going to be.
Right.
But I was just a little bit shocked when the adjuster said, she was quoted this amount for that, and I'm like, really? And I said, this is before she even I think the conversation I had with Paul was before you came in and gave her the estimates, and that's when I said talk to Roger, my tree guy, and again you make me look good because you came in and did the job at such a cost savings, because that obviously, as you know, is not covered by the insurance. They only cover the part for the tree removal when the storm came. The branch, that branch was one price. The insurance company is covering that. It's like 20, I think 2,000, whatever it is. But the actual removal of the entire tree, that is not doing anything to the house, only because she was fearful of that tree falling. I thought it was going to be covered in the claim, and the adjuster says, no, that's not covered. We cover the removal of what fell, but if they want to take the entire tree, that's something that's on the homeowner, and I learned that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that it's their responsibility. So kudos to you, man. That's really good. And again, we're getting the scope of work today, as a matter of fact, hopefully, and we should be able to build the new roof in about 2 weeks once we get the permits back. But wonderful job that you did with her and her husband.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, that's good. And then she said you somebody else, I guess you said, right? That's awesome.
And this is actually stopping by itself.
Oh, really?
Not touching anything.
It has sensors to the red light?
Yeah. See?
Wow. So it is the self-driving capacity.
Well, this is just cruise control.
But it stopped by itself.
Yeah.
It knew.
Yeah. It'll stop like cars, so it'll keep you from, running into somebody and stuff like that. I mean, it won't, like right now, it won't take. It's got all the capability to do it.
Right.
But it makes you press on the accelerator. But see, now it's driving again. Right. It's not steering, but this is just cruise control. This isn't even. I'll have to take you riding and seeing this car up here.
Right.
So I mean, how nice is that? Like you're looking at your phone or something, and then
This is awesome. Yeah, because we're texting. We're always doing something.
We're always busy.
So this is safer because if you're, and I've been there. We've all been there. Yeah. I got to return the text. Matter of fact, as soon as I'm done, I got to call this lady back.
Let's take it off.
Already. Wow.
So you can imagine. My mom has the full self-driving beta.
Mm-hmm.
It is so good. Like I hadn't driven her car in like a month because I've been driving this.
Right.
Well, I was charging this for some reason, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna jump in my mom's car, and I was blown away when I drove this for like a day, or I drove her car for a day. What's happening is the new software is AI technology, and it is amazing. You can go all the way to Gainesville, all the way back, and you don't have to touch the wheel. I mean, it's that good.
That's amazing.
So I think we're really close to these cars going around picking people up in Uber.
Yeah, they have the technology.
I think Uber just had a deal with Tesla.
They're
They're making a deal to where I guess Uber will provide the riders and Tesla will provide the rides.
Look at the fact that this guy is putting the signal light. He went over. Oh my God! So it's actually
it sees everything.
Wow, that is cool. That is really cool.
And it's driving. I mean,
and you're just steering. That's it. Wow. And then it reads the speed limit. It goes up to 45 and it stays, and it's good. Wow.
And you can set it to go like a couple mile an hour over or less.
Right, or stay at the speed limit. And anybody wants to pass you, that's it.
And then when you're in the beta, when you're in the full self-driving mode, you can actually make it aggressive or less aggressive, or take lanes quickly, or
So there's a lot of nuts out here. Let me tell you, I'm landing. Everybody's like, I'm going. I'm one of those. I'll do the speed limit, and that's it. Too many crazy people.
So that's this is comfort mode, and I'll put it into sport, and so now it'll be real quick and fast and aggressive.
Wow. This is, every time I pass you in the Collins over there, because I live right by there. And I'm like, I'm always looking for you in the car.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, where's the car? Where's the car? I want my wife to see it. She, you know what? Next time we do if you're here Friday, I want you to take her out.
Yeah.
I want her to sit in and see. I mean, this is amazing. Because you know what? You don't appreciate it. I mean, you just look at a big metal box.
Yeah.
That is not the most attractive and all that. But you don't realize how practical it is and how comfortable.
Yeah, and how safe
This is really cool.
Why want to drive something that's not safe.
Right. So it's got all the safety features and the savings. You don't have to go get gas.
No oil changes.
No, I know.
There's no transmission. It's just a 1-speed gearbox.
Right.
And then when you slow down, it actually creates energy and puts it back in the battery, so you don't use your physical brakes. So your brakes last like 10 times longer.
Right.
You know? So it's got. I mean, they thought of almost everything. And then in the future, if like say you decide, okay, I don't want to drive, I'm at work, you can actually have your car go Uber for you and make you $30,000 to $50,000 a year.
Really?
So if you have 3 or 4 of these, man, you probably wouldn't have to work anymore, or just do what you want to do.
Right. That's the way of the future.
And then, like, say if you have one of these and you're on the phone, you're doing stuff, you're reading, you're texting, you don't have to worry about it just driving for you.
Right.
So all that commute time could be work time.
Right.
You know how busy we are. It's like we're trying to squeeze out. See how that car? It did that by itself.
Yeah.
Saw that the car thought it was going to
kind of pull out a little bit. Yeah, I saw that.
I'm going to go down this back road and get a little juice.
Here's another vehicle for marketing purposes.
Yeah.
Agreement between that one and you.
Yeah.
I mean, get it. The guy's doing the same thing as you, putting it out in front of the business.
Yeah.
But this is a lot nicer. Wow, you aren't kidding. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And this is all electric power.
Yeah. This is just 2 motors. Wow. Can you imagine this is 0 to 60 like 4.1. I was going to get the tri motor. It's 0 to 60 like 2.6. This is 600 horsepower. That's like 850.
That's Roger. You know what? That's
plenty.
trouble. Yeah, that's plenty. I mean, you want it, but that's when.
I just want to be able to beat like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini.
Yeah. When you see them on the road or something, it's like, yeah, come on, take a look at this. It's like me when I have my motorcycle.
Yeah.
I had a 550 Katana back in the day, and man, but it was so much power. I used it for a year, and I said, Lord, because I had 2 close calls, believe it or not. 2, literally, if cars were coming the other way, splat. But you're young and stupid. You think you're everything. And I said, let me sell it, because I said, I got 2 close calls. God told me the 3rd one, you're not going to be that. So when you have that much power, and not that I'm comparing you to my youth. I mean, you're older and you know better. But when you're young and you have that much power, man, let me tell you,
and
you just take risks.
Yeah, motorcycles are not.
It's like it shot out a rocket, man. Oh my goodness.
And it can turn on a dime.
I can imagine.
Because of the all-wheel steering. And then it's fast. No matter how fast you're going, it doesn't have to be in a certain gear.
Right, you just go.
It's
you
like
just press it and it goes.
So like if you're in traffic and you see a spot or you need to get around somebody, or you know how people try to block you.
Right.
You just
go.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about or mess with them. Or you're trying to pass somebody and they try to speed up. It doesn't matter.
Right, you just go.
Yeah, it's just like you're not gonna block me.
So Roger, when you're on the highway though, you're there. You're like you're riding, and then some guy pulls up beside you, and he doesn't realize he's got nothing.
Right.
So how often do you okay, you know what, you want to do something?
And what's nice,
that's got to be tempting.
Yeah. Well, what's cool is like you can beat people before you even speed.
Right.
So if you pull up to a light, I don't care what's next to you.
Right.
It's like I can beat you before I even get to 40.
Right.
Because they take off, you're like,
right.
And then by the time they speed up, you already slowed down for the light.
Right.
And they're like, and they pass you, and it's like, dude, the race is over.
The race is done. You lost.
It's like everybody already seen it.
I know.
They can catch you like about a mile or 2 down the road.
Right.
But I mean, I'm not going 120.
No.
0 to 60, whatever the speed limit is.
Right. But you can if you wanted to. You just go in Florida and do that. That's crazy. But let me tell you, just be careful.
Yeah.
Because it's fun, it's good, and you have more capability than the average guy who's on his, Ferrari or whatever it is, the high-end vehicles. Because all those guys are out there, and you see them. They're on 95. They're doing like Some of them you see it on the fast lane on 95 going south. Then zoom, and some of them like I'm on the slow lane or the middle lane, and I don't even hear them until they pass you. You ever get that? I get startled,
and you're just like, whoa, what was
that?
that?
My God, what was
they're
that?
Already gone.
They're gone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. But and again, you see the high-end cars.
Yeah.
So yeah, be careful with. I would say be very careful because, I mean, unless you're doing anything, you seem to be a good driver. But
I don't really. I like the quick takeoffs. This doesn't really have a lot of top speed,
right?
Because they govern it down,
right?
Which is good. It only do like 115 or something.
Still,
but that's fast enough.
Yeah, that's it. That's fast enough.
But you don't want to have something 7,000 pounds.
Yeah,
because you can't stop it.
Right.
Can you imagine 7,000 pounds going 150 mile an hour?
Oh my goodness!
It'd take you forever to stop.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah. And then people will take it to that level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just like the playing with people from just some stoplight to
stop. Oh no. Let me tell you, it's funny because you look at it and you get that first impression, and you just want to. It's tree life.
Yeah.
This is the tree life car.
Right.
Obviously, but the uniqueness of the vehicle, this already. It's perfect, and the fact that you have that personalized those magnets, and the caricature, it's so lifelike, and it's you. They got your face. I mean, exactly, it's you. I mean, whoever did that artistry is perfect. They took your picture, and the likeness is uncanny. I mean, it's you. So you have that uniqueness. It's there. They know it's you. I think. And then when you show up with this vehicle, Oh my goodness. Oh shit. And you feel it.
Yeah.
You really feel it. Holy crap.
Are you ready? It's your turn.
To drive it?
Yeah. Come on. You go slow, you don't have to go fast.
You're crazy, man. Trusting a crazy person here? Are you kidding me? And I don't even need to drive it.
Leave it on.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have you take a picture of me because my wife won't believe it. Or a video.
I'll do it.
Yeah, just do video, I guess.
Now this doesn't have gears or like shifters or anything, so most people can't figure out the blinker. The blinkers are right here. So to get
blinking, okay, left and then right, okay.
Yeah.
And then how do I do it and drive?
Put your foot on the brake. And it put itself in drive. But if you have to put it in like that, that's reverse. And that's forward, and then there's also a backup in case the screen goes out. But yep. Now, when you slow down, it's going to slow you down automatically,
right? Because
it's got regenerative braking. So just kind of go through that neighborhood first, and it turns super, super sharp. So you're going to oversteer too. So just take the corners, like don't turn as sharp as you normally do.
Wow, you're right. It's a tight radius, which is good.
Yeah.
So it is like a sports car. It's crazy.
Go ahead and go down. See how it slows.
Right.
There you go.
So as soon as you let the gas, it's not like a regular car.
No.
And I read about that. When you let a car, it kind of goes. This slows down on its own quicker than a regular gas car.
Right.
Oh, wow, you do. It's funny. It feels like, it doesn't feel like any other car. Oh, we did a little cul-de-sac here. We just fine could do the radius.
Yeah. It'd normally be hard to turn a truck like this.
Right.
Go ahead and turn all the way.
You don't have to do a 3-point turn. Wow. That right there is worth it.
Yeah.
You know how often I go to a neighborhood, I got to do a 3-point turn when I'm in my work truck? Wow.
Yeah, this turns like a car.
Yeah, it does. A sports car, no less. Wow. Now you know I want one now.
Yeah.
Should I make a right or go straight?
Just go straight, and then we'll do another couple U-turns.
Okay.
Get you familiar with it.
Okay. Wow, this is amazing. I'll go make it right here. Oh wow, you really gotta feel it. That's funny. As soon as both are cul-de-sacs. All right, let me do a U-turn here then. And this is the steering wheel. That's all it goes because that's all it needs. It.
Yeah.
So you're just a little bit. You're not doing a lot.
No, it's what it is. It's the steering wheel is fly-by-wire.
Okay.
So it's not connected to anything mechanical. When you turn it, the computer tells the wheels how much to turn. So that's why it's multiplied. When you're going slow, it multiplies it so you don't have to turn all the way. So even though you turn a little bit it turns the steering wheel.
A whole lot. So it's like the racing cars that you have here. That's what the steering wheel. Wow.
It's basically a joystick for like a gaming system.
I know. I love the little steering wheel. Here you go, right there. Right?
Go ahead and give it a little juice.
Give it juice?
Yeah, punch it.
Dude, this could be addictive, man. This is addictive. Once you have something like this, it's like, man. You can't go back to something else. This is crazy. All right, where are we back? Are we back to right to the...
Yeah.
Okay, good. You want me to go back and put it in?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You trust me?
Yeah.
I'm blinding?
Trust you.
Wow. So your daughter's 10 years old?
Yeah.
Man, that's wonderful, man. What does she think about the car? She probably loves it.
Oh, she loves it.
That's a big toy for the kids.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I gotta go. You know where I gotta go? He came to us before they opened up. Was it Bulger Shoes?
Okay.
Have you heard of Bulger Shoes? They're here.
It is right there.
Yes. So my wife bought shoes. They're a shoe place for people who have problems with their feet, like my wife. And they're all the way on the other side of Jacksonville. They just opened. And the guy went there about a couple of weeks ago and been trying to get the owner, which I know the owner, Mr. Bogert, I think Bruce.
Yeah.
Anyway, the guy was the manager. He goes, yeah, I'm the manager here at the new place we just opened up. And I was just speaking to him to see about having one-on-one. But he hasn't been back, so I don't know. But by the way, if you ever need good shoes,
It's the place.
yeah, that is the place. I mean, you're on your feet all day like me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any feet problem. I just buy regular shoes, comfortable. If they don't fit in the store, I'm not buying it.
Right.
Not like women, like you break them in.
Yeah.
Forget it. I told my wife, it's not about that. I think we passed it, Roger.
Yeah, we'll do a U-turn up here.
The other, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do the next U-turn over here.
A little more time to drive.
This is great. Thank you for letting me drive it, man. Wow, this is amazing. This is really
Show
amazing.
that Duramax who's the boss.
Huh?
Show the Duramax who's the boss.
You got a picture of me? Did you get a picture or right? Yeah, that's the camera.
Yeah.
To do a photo, man.
Okay.
Or, yeah, both of us, man. You're in there. Yes, this is the vehicle.
It's like on a count. 10
Tell me.
seconds.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a long count.
Yeah, my wife put that thing at 10 seconds. Like, you don't need 10 seconds. 5 or 3. There you go.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks. Oh man, this is awesome. So do you belong? Because Scott was telling me about BNI, and I went to one of his meetings, and it's a whole different ball game. You know, with BNI, it's more structured. The only thing with BNI, I can't. If I miss, I don't have. Wow, I don't have someone to substitute. You know, you can't miss, and if you miss, and all, I'm like, and then the fees are a little bit over here. This is hard. It doesn't cost us anything hardly. So he was telling me about it, but I don't see myself joining simply because of the economics and the fact that I'm too busy. My schedule.
I mean, how many meetings can you go to?
Yeah.
Like just the chamber and the other one I go to is plenty.
Yeah.
If I try to do more, it's like I'll never go to work.
Right.
You know, it's like I'll never.
Yeah.
Because I do have to show up for work sometimes.
Dude, I'm the same way. And our schedules, you know, and the whole thing with BNI is, again, if you're the only person, well, you can have one of your guys to substitute for you because you have employees. I don't. I'm a 1099 guy. I'm the only person at Value Merchants here in Northern Florida. We have another guy down towards Miami. So who am I going to get? You know, am I going to get you to substitute for me in a bit?
Right.
No, I'm like, that's the only thing that I can't handle. I cannot afford. If I work for a company, I have employees that work with me, then the fee is like $800. He's telling me up front.
Yeah, I was a member of BNI for a while.
Were you?
Years ago, and it was like I actually had to hire somebody to go to all the meetings and the books and the tapes
Right.
and all the. It was almost like, I hate to say it, but they were more interested in building the BNI program than they were feeding people.
Right.
Leads.
Look how tight this is. My wife's, my Equinox, you can't do this. The Equinox that my wife has,
Yeah.
you got to do boom. It's too wide.
Yeah.
I mean, my Camry that I have there is different.
Yeah.
It's like a sports car, but again, it doesn't look like a sports car.
And I pulled over 15,000 pounds with it the other day. It actually outpulled my FT50. And then the air suspension, like normally I have to, like, we either pull the dump trailer or the equipment trailer with my bucket truck, or my FT50 4-wheel drive, which is jacked up. It's got everything on it, and we still have to crank up the jack. So when the trailer goes up, the legs will touch, because if we load it without that, it goes boom, 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 like a teeter-totter.
Right.
So I put it on this, and then I put it on extract mode. It lifted the whole truck up, and it was high enough where it put the trailer down and lifted the tongue up. So I didn't have to do anything, but I just hit a button. So it's like the perfect
Oh my God!
situation.
So it's even better. So it's even more practical when you're pulling it.
Yeah, because who wants to jack up that thing and pull the thing down?
Right.
You smash your fingers sometimes, and sometimes you hit your hand when you're, because it's a 10,000 pound jack.
Yeah.
And it's just one more thing you don't have to do.
You don't have to worry about.
So.
But again, most people don't realize that capability.
Yeah.
Again, you look at this big box and you don't realize the capabilities of so many things.
And then it has a cooler in the back. You throw ice in there, and your drinks in there. It lasts, most of the day. So that's a cooler you don't have to bring.
Yeah, that's good. I'm on the road. I'm doing the processing and the roof. I got a roof inspection today, and I got to keep the water in the car.
Exactly. So you gotta, and then you got a plug. Like you got outlets, you got 220 plug. I mean, you got everything at your disposal.
Right.
And then also too, when I'm doing estimates, I just tell it where I'm going.
Right.
And it maps the whole thing out for me. So like I don't have to use my phone.
Right.
I can. When you're talking on your phone, you don't want to be GPS on your phone.
Right, because sometimes you'll lose the call because of GPS. I'm with you. So you have it here all automatically.
And then eventually it'll drive for you. So like you just hit, you hit the destination, and it's like having an assistant.
Right.
Like, hey, drive for me while I'm making this phone call.
Right.
So I mean, how valuable is that?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. No, this is really, really cool. Unique look. Oh, it's a bus stop. Yeah, bus stop. I guess I didn't realize.
It's so dangerous.
Yeah, right here I'm landing. That's crazy.
I'm always afraid of someone rear-ending me.
Yeah, I'm the same way, especially.
Sometimes I'll like pull off to the side. Like if someone, especially when people come to a stop to turn, oh, that scares me, because I don't like to be behind somebody that comes to a complete stop.
I've seen that. My wife sometimes will come.
Because you're the one that get hit.
Right.
They're okay. They barely make it.
Right. Because they slow down almost to a complete stop to make a right turn. I'm like, no, you're not supposed to.
It's like it's like Mr. Magoo. Everything's crashing, piling up around, and he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's this slide, but I think it's
the next one.
Next one, or close to the next one.
Awesome.
So, but yeah, this is going to be, and then also too, the prices are coming down because batteries are coming down, computers are coming down. So this is not going to be an extravagant. This is going to be a regular truck.
Right. Smooth is right. That's crazy, and I'm right here. All right, brother, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Now, how do I put in park?
You just hit that park button and hold it. Or if you open the door, it'll put stuff in park. So that if the doors are open, it won't.
It won't move. It
no.
won't move.
So what do you think? You're still...
I think it's awesome. I want to thank Roger. Just amazing. Just to experience this. It's unlike anything that I've been on, and the fact that Roger even let me drive the car is really amazing. So I'm just thankful. Now I can go home and tell the wife, honey, you know that car that you hated? I drove that car, and guess what? I love it. So I'm sold. Only thing is, I just got to get the big deposit to get that down payment on it. But I think it's wonderful.
I'm turning people to EV one person at a time.
Yes. Put it on the internet, man. You guys got to drive this. This is truly amazing. I'm sold. I like it.
Yeah, and he hasn't even seen like half the capabilities yet.
But I drove it. The main thing is, once you floor it, it's amazing. It's all there. So I am good. All right, brother.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where am I?
Oh, give him your phone number. You never said your phone number.
Oh, my phone number is 904-846-0219. VMS Services, Ram Goozman, 904-846-0219. I want to thank Roger for the rest.
Give him a spiel again about what you do.
Well, I work with credit card processing company. We do payroll services, we do ATM machines, and of course, any type of POS system, credit card processing. So I'd love to help you guys out. This has been a wonderful experience. I encourage anybody to get in this car because it's unlike anything you've ever driven. And I'm just thankful to Roger for allowing me to drive it. Thank you.
Awesome. Have an awesome day.
All
See you in the next one.
Thank you.